ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting with none other than the Women's Rider of the Year, Nora Cup winner of 2025, Bethany Hedrick.
Hello.
How do you feel?
Super grateful and just like still doesn't feel real. I don't know. I just had fun on my bike this year. I have fun on my bike every year, and to be handed something that cool is just awesome. And all those women deserve it. Every woman deserves to be a woman. Everyone's Women's Rider of the Year. You know.
Look at that. She wins and then gives it away to everyone else. How did you feel in the moment? Like, did you have any kind of an inkling or thought that it could happen leading to it?
I mean, in all honesty, I thought everyone had a shot, and I was like, if it, like, I don't know, just being nominated in general is just such an honor. And so I was just like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm like, whatever, like, it's cool, like, I don't care, like, I'm just stoked to be here. Like, I was already riding that week, and it was just fun with good vibes. And
so you were already going to be there and everything,
yeah,
no matter.
Like,
so there wasn't like, because sometimes with Nora Cup, you know, if a random person is on the list, goes to Hastings when they wouldn't have like been there otherwise, you had we're going to talk about that too, but you had a team at Battle of Hastings, so you were already there. There was nothing that like gave it away,
I was
right?
just having fun biking with my friends and my team. Like, that was just like the mission for that week, and
that's so
to have
sick.
that on top of that is just insane.
Yeah. How did it feel in the actual like
moment?
You hear your name?
Well, everyone was saying like, "Oh, it's you," like, and I'm like, no, like, I don't have, like, I mean, it could be anybody, you know, like, I'm not gonna, you know, say I already had it or whatever, but, yeah, I was just, you know, me and Linda were just, you know, fighting to find some food that night. You know, we just got a big thing of fries, and we just mobbed up to the award ceremony, sat down, got a beer, and just, it happened, and I was just like, what? I made a pact, if like she won, I would put her on my back and take her up, and if I won, I would get on her back and she'd take me up, and so she took me up on her back, and we just went for
That's so sick. That's so awesome. Well, I for one am excited for you. I feel like there's a lot of people in BMX that look at you like they're a little like, I don't know, child because you literally were a child and have grown up in front of all of us, and so awesome. But not only did that happen, you were a captain for Battle of Hastings, which is another honor in itself.
Yeah, like, that was a crazy like shocker. I was like, oh, that happened.
No kidding. What was that like?
Well, it was just like we were on that kink trip in France, and we were starting. A couple of us were starting in Montpellier for that FEES event, and Paris had texted me in the morning, and she was like, are you awake? And I'm like, kind of. And she's like, can you get your butt down here so we can film a little video? And I was like, oh, okay, how quick? She's like, now. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so we just mobbed down there, and she just like pulls the camera out. She's like, you're a captain. I'm like, you mean you're a captain and I'm on your team or what? She's like, no, you're a captain, like you get to pick a team. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
So how did you go about picking a team?
I honestly just picked people that like I've always been stoked on, or that I just feel like I look at and want to not like imitate my riding towards them, but like I look at them and I'm like, damn, that the way they do that trick, or the way they go about their riding, or how they express themselves off the bike is like, I want people like that on my team. So I mean, Brock's just sick. Like, he's just like the coolest kind. Like, he's honestly he's a pretty big dude, and he's like kind of intimidating first, but then like he's like the biggest sweetheart. And so
teddy bear.
Yeah, he's just a big old teddy bear, and he's like got the funniest personality. It's just like such a good vibe. And REA is just sick. He's the same way, just like pretty, just like goes with the flow. Like, he's just walking around like, you know, just like that cool, just like I'm here, I'm just living it, like style. And that Whitaker kid just popped out out of nowhere. I had to have a substitute, and Kurinsky was like, this kid rips. Like, he was at the qualifier and he's doing crazy nothing front bike flip quad truck.
I forgot the guy whose mouth.
Yeah, and
hopefully he's okay, but
he's good. He's on his bike now. But yeah, that was a gnarly one. But I mean, he is like 16 years old, like just hungry. He rips. Like,
super impressive,
he's
honestly.
Really, really good. Like, if haven't heard of him, like, check him out. Like, he's, like, the next, like, top park rider, in my opinion. Like, just, he looks like a Metallica guitarist, and he, like, has, like, the sickest, like, style.
That's awesome.
You know.
He seems sick, and that entire team is, like, pretty well-rounded. REA is one of the most well-rounded riders in BMX in general. 100%. And then Brock, if you haven't seen Brock ride at a skate park, he kills at a skate park too. He can hit a box jump. Oh, yeah. He can hold his own. So that's pretty awesome that you had like a pretty well-rounded team. I don't know much about the other guy in terms of well-roundedness, but nothing front bike flips backwards over a box jump.
Yeah, backwards over a box.
A step down at that because he's going down.
Like bike flip, like bri flip things. He did a quad truck too, bri flip.
Yeah.
At that qualifier, I saw it like over the big box, like in the park. Like he did 180 quad bar. And, like he's so dialed with it. He's got quick hands but he also does like the sickest slow bars.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy. He's really good.
What was it, Battle of Hastings, and being in it actually like?
It's crazy. Like, I mean, with other contests, like, there is like a kind of an expectation going into it, or like a pressure you kind of put on yourself or other people put on you, or whatever. I really don't do that anymore. Like, I used to do the contest stuff, and now I'm just kind of like filming and doing my own thing, like doing whatever like my brain wants to do. Just kind of like listening to it.
Freestyle.
But Hastings is sick because it doesn't feel like a contest. It literally just feels like jams over and over and again, and it's just like riding with your friends. Like I really got a good taste of it like during when we did the plaza session, because it was nerve-wracking. Like, you're being live streamed for 30 minutes and you're gonna have to like hammer out all your tricks, but it was all good in the end because you're just feeding off of your buddy's energy, like, and just like banging out tricks back to back. And like the same thing for the best trick jam. Like, it's just feeding off of not only the crowd's like crazy energy, but also just like hyping your friends up to land what they want to land and like just have fun and be in the moment. Like, that's what the contest is about, and I can really appreciate what Source and Creasy do for
it looks awesome.
It's like, if literally if you ever get the chance to like go and spectate that, like, do it, because it's like the coolest experience from a spectator's point of view and a rider's point of view.
Yeah. So how was the scene and people and everything over there compared to what you've experienced like here in the US? I
mean there's just so many bike riders there, like so many people from all over the place. Like, it's just like a big family reunion. Like, honestly, it's a BMX family reunion. Like, you're seeing people that you haven't seen in a couple months or a couple years. You haven't seen people you've never met before or just talked on social media. So the scene, that event really brings, like, it really shows like how strong the community is, and just like how just like pure everyone is, and just how cool BMX is. Like,
what about the outer community of just that area, and are they watching? Like, how it seems awesome over
like
there.
People just like rock up to like during the beach jam, people rock up to the pier, and like, you have kids, eating ice cream, and you have like old school BMX riders, BMXers that are still kicking it,
and then random other people from
people
Hastings
walking their dogs on the pier. Like, it's really crazy. And
That's
they
cool.
did a really good job with the box jump this year, because I feel like when they did the rail jams previous years, Jordan would do a switch-footed, tooth over crank crazy tech thing. Yeah. No one really, like, outside of BMX really knows how technical and difficult that is, rather than like, everyone gets stoked if Josh Jubb just rips like a crazy sit-down flip, like, no doubt. Yeah. Or when, Whitaker does a crazy nothing front bike flip over the box backwards.
Or Nyquist does a 720 suicide.
REA does the sickest, crazy old
bar X up thingy.
Like, oppo one-handed X crazy thing. I don't know, but it's
as
sick.
many tricks as possible over that thing. Yeah.
With the most amount of steez.
That's super cool. You kind of get that impression watching those events that the local community could be a part of it and watching it and whatnot. And I don't know, it's cool to talk about all this stuff. Talk about Women's Rider of the Year, Source Captain, being at the Battle of Hastings, being in the Battle of Hastings, and know just a couple years ago that, like, it was just coming up and being that girl at Women's Weekend with a full face on.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just cool to see how things evolve and how you're stoked with where it's at and everything.
Yeah,
And
like, just have fun on your bike. You know, don't listen to or watch something and be like, I have to ride like that, or like, I have to do this, and this. It's like, just play it by ear. Like, just follow your heart. If you want to go, you know, ride contests and jump boxes and, you know, get high and stuff like that, like, and catch some air, like, that's you. But, I mean, or if you want to go hit a rail or hit an out ledge or, you know, get down on the jumps or whatever, like, just ride your bike on whatever you can, because it makes you happy, and it makes me happy seeing other girls. Like, I've been seeing just, like, park riders that have, like, posted little, like, reels of, like, them riding street, and I'm like, yay, like, let's do it. Like, let's just, like, all ride our bikes on whatever we, like, whatever our heart desires.
maybe be bike riders.
Yeah, just maybe be bike riders. Not saying that, like, if you just ride one particular thing, you're not a bike rider. I'm just saying, like, it really does, like, rejuvenate and, like, just, it just, like, it's almost like, just, like,
It's all fun.
It's just fun, but, like, I felt like when I started, like, riding, I grew up at a skate park, and I rode park, but I also rode street because I was around, like, the Daily Crime crew and stuff like that. But, like, during that, like, that women's weekend, I rode more park. I was more of a transition rider, but I decided, like, I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, you're kind of Midwest, so you almost have to do it all if you're going to ride year round.
Yeah, like, Jess and I were saying that, like, it's really, like, nowadays, kids really just, like, stick to one thing they're comfortable with. Kids don't want to be uncomfortable, and I feel like that's bleeding into, like, what BMX is. So it's really, like, refreshing when you see kids like Aryeh that ride everything.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, like, I don't want to be comfortable in something that, like, something like this. I want to jump out of my comfort zone and, like, be proud of myself for that. So I think that's why I like riding everything and just having fun on my bike, whether it's, you know, going and riding street and filming on trips, or being here and camping with my friends and riding
with another women's Nora Cup winner, Nina.
I know, that's crazy. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and on the subject of everything you're talking about, just knowing that you came from Florence Skate Park in Kentucky, where I feel like for at least the past few years, you kind of been, like, solo sessioning it a lot.
Yeah,
and it's cool.
Yeah, I, like, you know, I try to ride when I ride and stuff like that.
But it's cool to see how far you've been able to go as Bethany from Kentucky, riding a lot by yourself at your local skate park to now traveling the whole entire world.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get at is here, it's an inspiration for not only other girls out there who want to do the same thing, but anyone out there like, oh, I can ride my local park and then end up riding the entire world.
If you just ride your bike, like, you're gonna get somewhere. Biking is probably, like, BMX is probably the most sickest sport / lifestyle / whatever you want to call it, because it literally teaches you everything in life. Like, resiliency, you know, just, like,
problem solving,
just, you know, enjoying being in the moment, and just, like, you know, finding that, like, just, like, how, just turning your brain off and just having fun. Like, I feel like nowadays people think too much and they get stuck in a rut and they don't know what to do with their lives. And I'm so thankful that I have bikes that can just, like, if I'm having a stressful day or I can't figure something out, I'll go to my bike and it's solved.
Yep.
Because what was I missing? I was just missing, like, a little happiness in my day. So, you know, that little hour can really brighten up your day every day. So.
Yep.
It's nice.
So if you don't have a BMX in your life,
you should get one.
At least find something that's like BMX.
A skateboard, a scooter, like, just anything with
knitting,
wheels.
chess, anything that is.
Get off your phones, guys. Let's get off the internet.
So we should get off the internet?
We should get off the internet.
All right, everyone should go follow you at this Instagram page.
And block me immediately.
and who are you repping these days, just so we can give them some love at the end of this too?
So, I mean, big shout out to Kink BMX. The J-Ro has been just, like, so, like, ever since, you know, the whole, like, thing with GT, Jay's been just really helpful, and just, like, I feel like I've been on Kink for years. Like, being on trips with Kink and being able to be supported by such a sick brand, and they're East Coast based, it just sounds right. So shout out to King, shout out to Odyssey. Odyssey's been, helping me out. Shout out Nuno and Zach Kramus and all the good dudes over there, and I'm just stoked to be a part of something so legendary like Odyssey, especially like with this being the 40-year anniversary. It's been really sick to be involved and have support from such sick brands. And shout out to Malice, shout out to Phil. Phil's been so awesome and just like really just giving that DIY BMX culture to everybody, and just he's been killing it with the clothes and just getting people stoked on bikes and just making people do it themselves, and just giving that real BMX core feel. And shout out to Vans, shout out to Colin McKay for just keeping my shoes clean and keeping my feet look fresh, and just shout out BMX and everybody. Shout out everybody.
Shout out to you, Bethany.
Yeah, just shout out to everything.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Jess.
Yeah, shout out to Jess. Shout out to Christina.
All right, get off your phones.
Okay, we're getting off our phones.
Yeah.
All right, do the thing.